All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak Kudash. Noble honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And this is a video, all right, that I saw earlier today. Originally, I was going to do a lesson on a different topic, but the Spirit had it to where, I jotted this down and I just wanted to say a few words on it. But as you can see, it's put up. This is one of the Elder Yashuamba's other pages, 2 through and info. All right, definitely subscribe. It posts a lot of good clips, things that you might not post on your main page, because they might get you for, but good information, all right, on this page. Now, I believe this is a video from another brother's page titled Dear Lot, If You Could See Us Now. And that's where I got the title for this lesson from. Okay, and so I'm going to play it for those who haven't already seen it, and we're going to get into it. All right. Now, one thing I'm going to say real quick is take a look around, right? You see somebody that look like an Edomite, right? Some people that here that look like Moabites, Ammonites, so on and so forth. See people of other nations, right? And, other Jakes around too, right? And yet, who is the one doing all of this right here, right? Tell me, when have you seen a Moabite doing shit like this? An Elamite doing shit like this, right? Ishmaelite doing shit like this. But lo and behold, you got Jake, dyed white, gray, whatever hair, with this mask on, dressed in I don't even know what the hell is going on in her mind, doing this shit, right? And they think this is appropriate. He's recording, telling her things to say. She's getting hyped up. You know what this is? This is when you act like the class clown, and when the test comes, you fail. See, everybody's laughing and supporting you while you're doing it because you're amusing them. But then when the actual test comes and you fail, you there on your own, right? But anyway, I just wanted to say that real quick. Let me keep playing it. You hear that? Thank God for abortions. They singing it, you know what I'm saying? They singing the thing too, right? And it's like, you get to the point where you're like, look, at this point, it's just a waste of energy to really even get mad. You can't even get mad. You get beyond mad. You just get vexed, and you just got to live with it, right? So here we are, 2022, right? 2022, and people are singing about thanking God for abortions, right? And if you can find any verse in the scriptures that say that the Most High said, "Go ahead and do this, I'm with it," right? Then you can try to say something. But where in the Most High's book and agenda did he ever say that he wants you to go around doing these kinds of things? And the disrespect is so much that they're saying they're singing thank God for abortions. The Most High said, be fruitful and multiply. What part of that included abortions? But anyway, keep playing. Right. So now as they're, doing all of these things, right? Jumping out here, woo, Judite looking woman embarrassing herself, and not just her, but pretty much everybody, embarrassing everybody, embarrassing us, Most High, everybody. Look, you wonder why these other nations look at us the way they look at us, right? These filthy heathens, they know that they're filthy, but they look at Jake and they feel better. They feel better. All right, Shalom, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Shai Barakatam to you all. All right, Shalom, the elder Kazak. And yeah, we need salvation from this nightmare. And it's literally like, it's to the point where it's so unreal because it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And you think about it like, yo, Lord, this is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, this is crazy. Now, I was sitting here earlier today, actually, when I first saw this, right? And, I just started getting afraid because I started thinking about how pissed off I got. Then I thought about, well, forget me. Imagine how pissed off Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is right now. There are times when you sit there and you meditate on, because we get so excited that we want these times to come quickly, right? But there's times when you actually meditate on the seriousness of what's actually about to happen, on people actually about to die in mass numbers, and the Most High is going to be doing it out of anger, right? To see the Lord that upset that we've never seen before, and to just have that dawning of how close that time is, that we're seeing the signs now, right? These are the final warning shots, and yet this is what Jake is doing. So it's scary to think about how, like, you're angering the wrong person. You're angering the wrong person. And that's not, that's that after Jacob's trouble, the earth is going to see why you don't do that. This is just ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, man. So you got no words for this kind of stuff, man. Yeah, that's right. That's why the wrath of the Lord is going to be so heavy. Because the scripture, matter of fact, let's get that real quick. The Lord, the Most High couldn't even look at Yahweh Shai when he had all the sins of Israel on him back then. I think this is pure eyes. No, it's in Habakkuk. Right. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 1, verse 13. And it says, thou art of purer eyes. That is talking about the Most High. Thou art of purer eyes than to behold evil, and canst not look on iniquity. You hear that? He like the Lord is so pure that he can't look on iniquity. It's like you just, So like as Habakkuk is saying, so wherefore lookest thou upon them that do treacherously? And holdest thy tongue when the wicked devoureth the man that is more righteous than he. Now, as they are doing these things, the Most High is seeing it all in real time. We looking at this one video, but imagine all the things that are actually happening all around the world. Just the stupidity, the madness. See, when you read in the book of Genesis, right? And it tells you how the Lord said, look, I can't, the wickedness is too much on the face of the earth. The Lord wanted to flood. He did flood the whole earth and saved only 8 people. But this is why we call it flood behavior, because literally the whole planet is covered with flood behavior. It's covered with profanity on many levels. I was watching a live stream that was done by the elder brother Rakhai Yaquam from London, and he was going into like a couple of documentaries over there in Pakistan, I believe, um, going into the the vile Salakia, the vile things that they're doing over there. You know, popping little boys and all that. They got what's that, the shame of Pakistan. Well, I think that's one of them. The other one's like dancing boys. So it's all over the world. There's just vile, dirty filth. You know. So like I'm saying, the Most High seeing this in real time. You just it's scary what he's gonna, when he finally blows, right, when he finally ends his long suffering, the world is going to understand. Because think about, the Lord did say this would happen, right? He did say, like, a part of the curses was this, that we would see our people in this state and this condition. So you can see the magnitude of that coming to pass. So that means the Lord wasn't playing around when he said that we were going to be in a destitute state, a proverb and a byword, right? So if he wasn't playing around with that, how much more Jacob's trouble? Okay, that is so bad that the Lord said, "Look, I'm gonna need to, step in here and deliver you. I need to shorten these days, because if I don't, ain't nobody gonna make it." That's how. I mean, that's just how bad it's gonna be. And it's really spiritual, because we are literally at the brink of famine, at the brink of chaos. They're talking about rolling blackouts for years to come. They're talking about Agenda 2030. They're talking about this charagma. They're already in the process of or about to start human trials with the brain charagma. I mean, everybody is warning about some calamity. The economy is not looking good. Gas prices are hitting records again. Baby formula is what I'm saying, being rationed now. Violence is all over the place. And these are the final warning shots, and yet this is what Jake is protesting against. They're so-called protesting against. This is what they're up to. And this is why a lot of you gonna get messed up so bad in Jacob's trouble. Your dumbass singing, talking about thank God for abortions. We're gonna be singing thank God for the destruction that's coming. You think you're gonna have the energy to come and sing over here when you're starving? I mean, these people are just beyond mental retardation. They're like on a spiritual level of just slow of mind. There's something that's going on. I don't know if it's in the food or the water or what it's in. All right. Hold on a second. All right. I don't know what it's in, the air. All right. But it's in something. These people are crazy as hell. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 1 and 9. It says, except the Lord Yahweh of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant. You see, it's very key to pay attention to the wording of the scriptures. A very small remnant. And that's the elect. But except the Lord should have had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. Look at Jake. Look at Israel today. Look at the world today. The reason we stick out, the reason we're such a controversy, is because we are, Lord willing, that small remnant. We're not down. We're not following the stupid BS of this system. Everybody inclusive this, inclusive this. You can't say this. You can't say that. Everything is about race, religion, feelings, hurt, my opinions. Shut the hell up. All right? We're tired of hearing this shit, man. Everybody wants to get heard, but they don't want to hear the Most High. See, everybody wants, it's all about me, me, me. This is a very selfish generation, a very stupid and selfish generation. These people are mentally sick, man. The type of things they advocate for and the type of things they stand up against, it's so backwards, it's sickening. And you speak up and you're a hater, you're this, so you support this, so you and that's why the only remedy is going to be judgment, because that's what they understand. Violence, right? The language of niggas, the official language of niggas is violence. That's what they understand. All right, they don't understand words. They don't they don't understand warnings. They understand pain and violence, and that's why they shall know it after death by pain. Oh shit! Look at this. As I'm speaking on it, right? You got this elf looking demon, this baby killing, blood sucking looking demon, Kathy Hochul, right? It says and New York governor, and it's always New York too at the head of this shit. It says New York Governor Hochul pledges $35 million to expand abortion access, right, ahead of possible Roe reversal. I will never stop fighting to make New York a safe harbor for all who need care. So putting babies to death is safe? It ain't safe for them. Now you know what I'm thinking of, right? It's very interesting because these elites have a agenda, right, of depopulation and of higher death rates, lower birth rates. That's actually a thing. When you read the book Behold a Pale Horse, it's in there. All right. That's why they're pushing contraceptives. That's why they're pushing alternative lifestyle, because that doesn't bring forth birth. It doesn't bring forth life. Okay. The more people become sodomites, the less people want to have children, right? The more they push, all these forms of contraceptives. Now they want male birth control, the less birth rates and the higher death rates. They're not, if you notice, they're not pushing things to reduce the death rates. They're pushing things to reduce the birth rates. They're making they're making the world a horrible place to have children, and they're making people not want to have children, whether it's through gender wars, or whatever the case is. So it's very interesting that a part of their agenda being to lower birth rates and increase death rates, and all of a sudden, they have now turned it to where the people are the ones pushing for their agenda, right? They don't even have to come out and listen to this. They don't even have to come out and say, look, we're trying to reduce the birth rates, increase the death rates, and y'all gonna fight against us. No, no, no. Now they threw it to the people, and the people are like, look, don't worry about it. Take a back seat. We will implement your agenda for you. We will fight for abortions. We will fight for male contraceptives. We will fight for gender wars. That's where that whole feminism and all that BS comes from. They intoxicate you and turn you into a drug addict. You are the one doing it to yourself now. And it's crazy how it works, right? Oh, they start off, well, we want to decrease population with a jump shot, with the Vanessa. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, that's crazy. All of a sudden now the people are the ones saying, look, give me that Vanessa. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta decrease no population. I do it myself. And you sit there and you want how like what the hell is wrong with these people, man? Yeah, I mean, y'all are just making the life and the job of these elites so easy for them. I'm sure these elites are probably thinking in their heads, damn, these people are still ain't revolted. Like, look at the shit we're doing. And we're openly saying it. We're openly coming out and telling you what we're doing, how we're going to trample on your so-called human rights, right? How we're pretty much planning to enslave you. We're going to starve you out. We're going to do all the things in the book. And then they sitting back watching, and these niggas still ain't triggered. They're like, what's going on with these people, man? Did you put too much chemicals in the water? Because these people are beyond, I mean, oh shit. It's like, it's wrong to be normal now, right? It's bad to be good and good to be bad. It's bad to be normal. If you're not abnormal, then something is wrong with you. That's this society. If you're not related or partaking or associated with something negative, something corrupt on some level, there's a problem. You're too conservative. You're too you're too rigid. You're too mean. Standing up for righteousness is a crime. And that's why the Lord said, shall he find faith on the earth? Where? Where are you going to find it? Faith. These people, faith. Faith in what? This is the book of 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 4. It says, "For if the Most High spared not the angels that sinned," and those angels that sinned are talking about the Israelites, okay, "but cast them down to hell and delivered them into chains of darkness," because these chains of darkness are ultimately these mortal bodies. When you read in the book of Genesis, the 6th chapter, I believe it's the 6th chapter and the 4th verse, it tells you about the giants, which goes into the Nepal, the fallen ones. All right, and when we fell, we were cast down. All right, subject to death. Okay, and put into these mortal bodies. So if the Most High spared not us, right, and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment, and spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the 8th person, a preacher of righteousness. Okay, and that's what we're doing. We're preaching righteousness. So, Lord willing, we will be accounted as the Noahs in this time, because we know there's a flood coming, and we know that there's people going to die. It says, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. And this time, the Lord is going to do it with fire. He's not going to drown you. He's going to burn you. You people are playing with the wrong power, man. Verse 6, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an ensample unto those that after should live ungodly. Sodom and Gomorrah was an example of what happens when you do these vile things against the Lord. And so people know about Sodom and Gomorrah, but they seem to forget about the part that it got. Ask them, why did Sodom and Gomorrah get destroyed? Was it because they were so good? And what was it? They were the Most High is an oppressor, and they were advocating for inclusivity, freedom. They wanted to do what they wanted to do. The Most High was just evil, so he destroyed them. Is that what happened? Clearly, there's something that they were doing, right? Because it says, example to those that should live, right, that after should live ungodly. And that's exactly what this world is doing. Thank God for abortions. Does that even sound right to you? Like, does that make sense? Thank God for abortions. What kind of sick mind says something like that, man? And they always run to the, oh, so you're trying to say that if a girl gets raped, she got to have the baby? If she can't take care of the baby, and now she's throwing the baby in the trash can, and she's going through all this hard time, so she should have kept her legs closed. Why is it that that we all know when you go and you engage in activities, there's always a risk of getting pregnant, right? So if you go and engage in activities and that happens, they want a back door, right, for women to run around and jump around and hop and sit on every, open their quiver for every arrow, and then just have some back door. There's women out there who literally say, look, I just don't like using protection, whatever the case is, so I'd rather just get an abortion. I mean, majority of the true reasoning as to why they want this is it's not sound. It doesn't make sense. It's just that I want to do what I want to do. That is my body bullshit. Scriptures say that know ye not that ye are the temple of God. We borrowed our spirit. What are you talking about? And these people they just want to pollute the earth, man, with ungodly ways. And truly it is vexing to see this. It's like I said, sometimes it just feels surreal. Wait, oh, hold on. Are they actually advocating for that? Like, is this what's going on? Israel? And it's no wonder people don't believe that these people are not the children of Israel. How? Verse 7, it says, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. Okay, and let's actually look up conversation. And as you can see, it's anastrophe, which is a way of life, right? A manner of life, a conduct, behavior. So Lot was vexed with the filthy, let's look that up. Filthy, unbridled lust, excess, licentiousness, lasciviousness, wantonness, outrageousness, shamelessness. That's what you see going on. And we are vexed. See, at first, you know, you may see it every now and then. It wasn't as like openly crazy. So, you'll see it and then of course you'll get vexed. But then all right, cool, you continue. But now it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's in, like, you can't get an escape from it. You turn to your right, it's over there. You turn to the left, it's over there. You look up, you breathe, it's over there. Why are you breathing so masculine? I'm offended. Why would you breathe like that? You sounded like you were fed up with me. Like, did I, what? Nigga, I'm breathing air. What you talking about, man? But that's what it is. They wanna basically squeeze out, squeeze out any form of righteousness and just push that pure corruptness, man. But hey, how about Shemel Shai? That's why the judgment is coming to deal with this place, man. It's like that cleanse, just burn it all, burn it all, man. Verse 8, it says, for that righteous man dwelling among them, in seeing and hearing, vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. You hear that? And that's why in Revelation it talks about the elect love not their lives unto the death. Because we're also seeing this and hearing it. And because we're dwelling among them. You might have to work with them. You might be doing Uber. You might have to pick them up. See them on TV. I mean, you walk down the street, you go to the store, whatever. And it's more and more every time. And so now the question is, where are the Christians at? Hold up, where are the Christians at? Where's Vocab Malone's army of Christians to come out and speak up? What do the scriptures say about this? Where are the Christians with their Bibles standing in the streets telling them, no, we can't do this. You can't say thank God for abortions. That's not right. That's not what the Bible teaches. We got to stand up for what's right. What happened to that? Wait, no, nobody. But we come out here and teach the real word of the scriptures, and everybody comes out against us. Why the 12 questions for the Black Hebrew Israelites? Why the Black Hebrew Israelites are a cult? Why the Hebrew Israelites this? What about these guys? You don't got nothing to say about Roe v. Wade? You don't have nothing to say about the pedophilia going on in the Catholic churches? You don't have anything to say about all these things going on? Shows you they're a bunch of hypocrites, man. And that's why the Lord, it's like we say it, but we can't stress it enough. All right, we can't stress it enough. I'm telling all these things is constantly being brought forth before the Lord, but He has set a measure, right? A measure, like an iniquity jar. And once it gets filled, there ain't gonna be 1 second later the destruction is gonna hit. This is the book of Second Esdras, chapter 16, verse 16. And it says, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward. You don't see arrows do U-turns, okay? It says, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. So what does that mean? That means that you're seeing famines. That's not going to do a U-turn, okay? You're seeing these calamities, war talks. I mean, North Korea, they began they began a little loud over there, All right, you're seeing all these things going on, economic downfall. These ain't gonna do a U-turn. In the long run, this is gonna lead to exactly what it looks like. Worst case scenario. I mean, we can actually say that because that's where the world is headed. The world is headed right now for the worst case scenario. On every front, it's gonna be the worst case scenario. Just you watch. Just you watch and see. And in that day, man, they're not gonna be living, they're not gonna be animated. That's how bad it's gonna be out here, man. The Most High got everybody's number. He got everybody's target. Okay, so them angels, they're read Ezekiel 9:5. They got their orders. It says here, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? And this is the prophet Ezra, all right, speaking on how bad it was in the time, all right, in this time, in the time of Jacob's trouble. He saw these things, all right. He saw the chaos, the hardships, the pain, the sorrow, how miserable people were. Verse 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings. And that's where we're at. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. This is an ungodly world. The whole world is ungodly, right? It's corrupted. And that's more motivation for us to stand firm. Because literally, if not us, then who? If all of us, right, were to stop teaching, and I'm talking about not just teaching that you're an Israelite, no, teaching the actual correct truth, to the T, all right, the 100% truth, not slight deviations, not that you can pop your woman on the Sabbath or the MOTB is this or no, 100% truth all the way. If everybody that was doing that was to stop doing that, who would really be there to be who? Because the world right now is full of, you're either doing the right thing, you're either teaching, speaking the actual correct thing, which is a very few number, you're saying something close, or you're just out there in the world doing some BS. Okay? So if you cut it, right, if you cut the world up, say, into like fractions, everybody is occupied doing something. Either you're telling the truth, either you're speaking something similar, or you in the world doing something in the world. You're in one of these categories. So if those that are in the category of telling the truth stopped, who else would be there to do that? Because the other two parts would either be telling something similar, or they be in the world on some BS. So we literally have to keep on doing this. We literally have to keep on coming out here and speaking the truth boldly. Because who else is going to do it? If anybody else was going to do it, they would be doing it. But you can already see what they've decided to do. They've decided to serve their own bellies, not to serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So if we were to stop teaching the full truth, the 100% truth, doing the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, who would be doing it? What would happen if somebody one day was looking for the actual path? It wouldn't be there. Well, how are they going to find it? Right? So it's very crucial and important that we continue to stand firm for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. This is why the prophet Ezra said, then he commended greatly those that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. Because to be in a world like this and still stand firm, because the ways of the Lord are very straight up. It's not diluted. It's not filtered. It's straight up. Straight up. So to stand for that, that's bold, especially in a world today when you are criminalized or demonized for even speaking something remotely close to that. Right? So to come out and say that straight up raw, that's why Ezra said that, and that's why the elect are gonna get the reward they're gonna get. Because nobody else in the world is doing these things. It says here, verse 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. These are the warnings, man. Warning. Death is coming. Warning. Famine is a real thing. It's not just in movies. It happens. Warning. Once it hits, you literally ain't gonna have nothing to do. The beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? And you know what? That's not what people are thinking of. They're not thinking of, damn, what am I going to do when it happens? But when it does happen, they're going to start thinking, well, what can I do? And we're going to be out here on the rooftops. Thank God for destruction. You're going to die, nigga. That's what you're going to, It's going to be our time to sing. What the scriptures say, right? We shall sing for joy of heart. So you got these demons out here singing for this bullshit. But in that time, we gonna be singing for joy of heart. Here it is, you starving, and we singing. Probably got a bucket of chicken in your hand. You sing, you take a bite, keep on going, because you people like to do all this wickedness and you want to be rewarded for it. No. Every action has consequences. So when you getting hit hard and heavy, you're gonna need to deal with those consequences. And just you wait till Yahweh Shai gets here, man. That's why it says he's gonna scream like a travailing woman, because there is some heavy and serious rage built up right now. All right. Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, has some serious rage built up right now. Think about that for a second. Okay? Some real serious rage. Isaiah 13, the day of the Lord cometh both cruel with wrath and fierce anger. That's rage. That is some serious, that's like blood rage. That's like red, don't even try to talk to me at that point rage. So that's why the Lord set it up to where he doesn't want to hear you plead your case then. He wants you right now, you either exempt or you going to get judgment. Because when he comes, he's not coming to talk. You see, he's going to be too angry. He's not coming to have dialogue. He's not coming to negotiate and talk to you and maybe you might make it. He's coming, look, where the target's at. All right, that's why he says, of the people, there was none with me. Where the target's at. It says here, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. These things are supposed to have you say, yo, hold on. Let me consider what's going on, man. Because, this shit is getting real. Right? Like, it's getting to the point where, like, I actually don't know what to do. So, like, I should probably start getting right. I should consider my ways. Like, if this truly is the end of the world, am I ready to meet my maker? Right? Am I ready for judgment? What am I going to do? Are the things that I'm doing with my life right now, the Most High was to call it a day today. Would I make it? Would he be mad at me? Would I be on the evil side? The short end of the stick? When you see these judgments coming, you're supposed to consider these things and amend your ways. Therefore, knowing the terror of the Lord, we persuade men. What do we persuade men to do? We persuade them to say, look, if you don't stop doing what you're doing, this is what the Lord is going to do to you. That's the persuasive argument. That's when you're supposed to be like, oh, shoot. Well, I don't want that. So I'm going to stop. Just like you tell your child, look, stop doing that. I'm going to beat your ass. Right? And then the child, he fears, so he stops. He pulls his hand back real quick. Because he knows once that hand reaches for the buckle of the belt, he knows what comes after that, right? But I mean, they're not going to consider it, right? Because verse 20 says, but for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. See? But for all these things that are happening, that are coming upon the earth, they're not going to look at that and consider and say, yo, you know what? Maybe I think it's time I change my ways. They ain't going to turn from their what? From their wickedness. Oh, shit. From their wickedness. So they're going to continue in their wickedness. They're going to wax bold in their wickedness. And they're not going to be mindful of the scourges. You wonder why, we're warning and they're coming out and talking about all these judgments that are getting ready to come, and yet nobody is paying mind. It's like the average individual doesn't really seem to care. Their mind is not even there. That's because it says it right here. Nor be always mindful of the scourges. They're not mindful of these things. That's why they're going to get scourged with it. They're going to get hit. They're going to get beat. They're going to get whipped. All right? And at that point, it's going to be too late. Nobody can help you then. Hebrews 10:31, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. There's a reason that scripture is written. Paul knew exactly what he meant when he said that. Okay? With all the revelations he got, trust me, he knew exactly what he meant. And then everybody's about to find that out. Right? In the latter days, he shall consider it perfectly. You about to find out. All right? Let me read a few of these precepts, and Lord willing, we could end it here. That's right. This is a good one. This is Virgin Island Straight Gate, Amos 9 and 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. So you go tell the Lord then, oh, wait, Lord, hold on. I think you got it mistaken. Remember, you don't hate the sinner, you hate the sin. Say it with me. You don't hate the sinner, you hate the sin. That's right. That's right. See, so that means I'm good. You just hate what I'm doing, not me. Bitch. What? Does that make sense to you? You hate what I'm doing, but not me. So you go try cheating on your let your woman cheat on you, all right, and then you tell her no, or she tells you no, you can't get mad at me. You get mad at what I'm doing, but not me. I'm good. You love me, but you hate what I'm doing. So you see what I'm saying? You get it? So don't harm me. Just be mad at what I'm doing. What? What? I mean, how do you even formulate something like this in your head and say it out loud and think that that's okay? So when the judgment comes, right, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. You ain't gonna tell that trust me. You ain't gonna open your mouth and say anything in that day. It said, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. That's why they're not mindful of these scourges. They're not worried about it. They're worried about whether Johnny Depp is getting abused or not. You know, this is Measure the Times 144, Luke 19 and 27. But those mine enemies which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me. And that's the spirit of the Lord is coming in. And he's gonna give us power. And when he gives us power, who's gonna come and stand there and talk about political correct? See, when the Lord, when Yahushua gets here and the power, there's a power shift, we're gonna be the authorities. Okay, you're not gonna take us to the authorities. You're not gonna call the cops on us, pass legislations on us. We are going to be the authority. So in that time, you come and try to say something. Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? We're gonna be part of a body. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and the elect. Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, and the elect. That is gonna be the highest level, the authority, the authority. You ain't going higher than that. Everything else is gonna be lower. So when the authority comes for your ass, who are you gonna go to? Who are you gonna flee to? Where are you gonna run? Then we want to see you try that BS in that time. You know, you bring your black ass and freaking that shit. Bring that shit over there during that time and see what happens to you. These people have a completely messed up, twisted up misconception of the Lord. All right, completely twisted up misconception of the Lord. Yeah, that's right. This is Awar Ya'ala Yahweh, Ecclesiasticus 12 and 6. For the Most High hateth sinners, and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly, and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. See, that's why these people are still allowed to run around and go do this madness, because they're being kept against the mighty day of their punishment. They're going to get punished. All right. These people are going to get punished. And the most, you know what I'm saying? The Most High is going to do it with gladness. When he sends them death angels out and he says, yo, go out and start putting them to death, they're going to tell them with gladness, with pleasure. I told you that in the Apocrypha, right? in their fury, they lay on sore strokes and they appease the wrath of him that made them. That's their mindset, with pleasure. All right. I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm here to bring judgment for the Lord. This is Azan Ban Yamyon 777, Isaiah 66 and 6. The voice of noise from the city, a voice from the temple, a voice of the Lord that rendereth recompense to his enemies. And these people don't realize that they're making enemies out of the Lord with this behavior. All right. They're making enemies out of the Lord. Let's see. That's right. That's right. Good precepts. Yep. This is Virgin Islands Straight Gate, Isaiah 1 and 4. Ah, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers. Yeah, because it seems like it just never stops. It's like it's one thing after the other. Just when you think you've seen it all, you see a freaking woman grinding on a duck. You come to find out, yep, that's Jake. You see a woman. It doesn't stop. It's one thing after the other after the other. And you look at some things like if it's unbelievable, if it's something reproachful, you more than likely bound to find Jake at the end of it. And then you wonder why these things happen to you. All right, continuing, they are corrupters. So not only are they corrupt, but they also corrupt. They corrupt one another. They're a bad influence on each other. That's why, people are hesitant to let their kids go out and play with the neighborhood kids because Jake is a bad influence. Okay? Jake is a bad influence, man. They're a bad influence on themselves, all right, on other Israelites. Really, this mindset that they carry is a danger to society because it breeds a corrupt society. That's what it does. That's why the Lord was heavy on, the Lord is heavy on putting out wickedness, okay, from Israel, because that wickedness is like a cancer that spreads. But aren't we all sinners? Yeah, but there's a difference. All right, there's a difference because we are repenting to the Lord and coming back to the Lord. We're not continuing in our sin. All right, and the scriptures talk about the elect. The Lord said that what? We would not impute iniquity, right? In whose spirit there is no guile. Blessed is the man whom the Lord imputeth not iniquity. But I mean, if you want to be of that, if you want to be lumped in that category with them, right? If you want to hop in there, aren't we all sinners? Well, then when the judgment comes, you tell the Lord that. You tell him, wait, Lord, you might be trying to deliver me, but I'm a sinner too. Let me jump in the fire. But it says here, they that are corrupters, they have forsaken the Lord Yahweh. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel onto anger. They are gone away backward. See, they're going in reverse. They're getting worse and worse. They're not progressing. All right, they're getting more and more degenerate. It's like when you look in history, right, throughout the scriptures, there will be like from the time of Moses, right, to the time of King David, to the time of the Greeks, to the time of Yahushua, to now. It's like every point there's a new milestone of Jake being in a worse condition. But you know what? In majority of these captivities, we knew who we were. This time, shit. The second that black pulled up, I mean, that was just forget it. Black people have done more abominations than I probably anybody else. I mean, of course we got Esau here and there, but in terms of stages of wickedness that Israel has been in, once they turned on, it's like they transformed. Their new form was black people. When that shit came on, it's like they turned into Super Saiyan of wickedness. That black shit, man. It was like a power up in wickedness. And these devils knew exactly what they were doing. That's why they did it. It says here, verse 5, why should he be stricken anymore? Yeah, look, what are you possibly gonna do? Hold on, let me pull up the screen again. Right, real quick. There we go. Right. So what are you possibly gonna do? But I mean, it's all in the hands of the Lord, but it's like at this point in the game, what are you doing? What are you doing right now? What are you actually so in your mind, what is this going to accomplish? Let's ask ourselves that, right? For all those that are chanting, egging her on, right? What is this behavior going to accomplish? Right? I mean, is this going to stop the famine? You got a mic, you're dressed all crazy, right? You out here laying on the floor and all this extraness, right? Is that going to stop this impending famine? Is that going to lower gas prices? Is that going to prevent these devils from coming down with great wrath as they're getting ready to send these troops in? Is that going to deliver you from death? Is that going to, is that going to deliver you from famine and pestilence? So what is it actually going to do? It's only going to make you look worse. It's just going to anger the Lord. You know, that's really all it is. See, we have concerns, right? There's certain, things that we think about as well, but it's about how you go about handling it. This is not the solution. People have been doing this for years. It's not the solution. Clearly, it's not working. All right. You got to turn back to Yahweh, because the Most High is the one that put us in this condition. And he's the only one that can take us out of this condition. So you're pleading to the wrong people, and you damn sure are doing it the wrong way. All right, so let's go back. So I'm gonna read this, maybe one more, and then low one, I'll end it. Continuing Isaiah 1:5. Why should he be stricken anymore? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint. See, the whole and this is why what the Lord is doing is he took that good seed, right, the remnant. He says, all right, just burn down the rest of the tree, and this time I'm gonna plant this good seed, and the nation is gonna come forth from it. That's why the those that die on this side are gonna come through the loins of the elect. They're not gonna keep on. See, wicked seed coming from wicked. No, you got to cut it off. All right, you got to cut it off, plant it anew with the righteous, and let the good fruit come forth. So hey, as vexing as it is, at the end of the day, this is the necessary evil for us to get delivered out of here. This is also a sign that we are in the last days. All right, so we get vexed, but the Lord hears. He hears our sighs, our groaning, our anguish. And he sees all the wickedness going on, and something is going to be done very soon. And when it happens, I mean, at that point, there ain't going to be nobody to tell the Lord to chill, because the answer it ain't going to be me. All right. Anyway, with that, I'm going to end it here. The water for the precepts. Lord willing, you are edified. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakha Kodesh. And until next time, Shalom.